Embarrassing. Anyway. It's working now. Anyway. That was a great break. I had fun on 4th of July. Hold on. This needs to be like this because I'm so close to the camera. And it looks like I'm fat. It looks like I got 100 rolls on me. But it's not. Fuck it, I'm not worried about this. I just gotta get my face in. Because there's no other way around it because I don't have a wide angle camera. Anyway. What did you guys do for 4th of July? Yeah. Okay. I want the camera fell. I want to see, like, I want to change my view to be like this way. Oh, I look different from this side. Like, I want to make it like this so that then I can, like, sit this way. Oh, snap. I can sit, like, more to the front. Don't worry about the background. But, like, the idea is this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. But for right now, I do like this side better though. Like a side of me better.
Where are you from? And I'll say, I'm Brazilian. My parents are from Brazil. I was born in the United States. and they'll say, "Oh yeah, you're so Americanized," and I feel like they mean it as an insult. Where, in itself, I'm very proud to be American. I'm very proud that my parents immigrated from Brazil and sacrificed a lot for me to be here and to be born here. My brother was born in Brazil, and he's still trying to get his green card.
Cool.
No, I'm sorry, not his green card, his citizenship. And he's in his 30s. So that's a whole other story. But my point is that, like, I'm very proud to be American. But when you say you're so Americanized, it's like you're trying to delete the fact that I am Brazilian. My parents are from Brazil. Not just one parent, both parents.
Oh, it's just this girl on TikTok.
It's like, oh, well,
I saw.
Go visit Brazil. And it's like, I couldn't go for a long time because my parents were working on their papers and it was a whole thing. My dad didn't get his citizenship.
Because I get that a lot too. Oh, you're so Americanized. I'm like, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? I came here to be American. What the fuck? Y'all making it sound like it's so bad. What the fuck? Especially men. I feel like she forgot to mention that it's men say that. Because women don't say that. Women like, oh, okay, whatever. Whatever, dude, we don't care where you're from, you're a girl. But the man, like, what am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be like a naive slave because I'm from somewhere else outside of here? And you don't like that, like, I have rights? That I can say whatever I want to say and I can do whatever I want to do? You want me to be just like slave, like a naive slave? I guess. And I wasn't even born here. I still get that. I'm like, whatever, dude. Whatever. Maybe Brazilians don't want to include her as Brazilian. Maybe. Whatever. I'm not there. I don't care if y'all don't want to claim me. I don't care if y'all don't want to claim me here. I don't hang out with Russian people here. I don't care about Russian people here. Like, I don't care about them just like about the rest of the people. Like, okay, I have my family, I have my friends. If I make friends, it's okay. I don't care if they're American, were they born here, where they from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Like... О, привет. Как дела? Хорошо. Тебя как? I feel like Americans in general, like I don't know, I feel like a lot of people think it's... They don't like women. I genuinely feel like a big population of men don't like women. Like, okay, perfect. Because I already have it. I didn't even mean to weave it into this. But look. Is it your first time streaming? No. I just started streaming like 7 years ago, but on and off. I just had like 2 years break, 3 years break, and now I'm coming back to streaming. But yeah, listen to this shit.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's the women. The women are extremely liberal. No one talks about that. Increasingly they do, especially after the last election. There's a 45-point difference between men and women. The men are extremely conservative, increasingly. The women are extremely liberal.
What are they liberal?
He's my favorite person, by the way.
On what issues? Like, what does that mean, liberal?
Oh, they're very feminist.
Like, actually?
extremely feminist.
They
Yes,
don't believe that, do they?
I think they do.
Really?
Absolutely.
How
Yes.
can you believe that?
I
The
think
gender roles are a construct, that none of this is inborn? Like, you'd have to be an idiot to think that.
they like the idea of it. They like because of course I think all women naturally want strong men.
Of course, obviously.
They naturally want a Chad. You know,
Yeah.
they want like a tall, buff guy.
Yeah, that you're obviously not.
But I think they like the idea.
It's your fault, bruh. It's you. Look at yourself. Sitting down and talking to millions of people, where millions of people can hear you talking down on women. It's just, I don't know. That's a different kind of bad acting. That's like a low paid actor. Like they don't even pay him good, I feel like. Because that shit don't even make sense.
Of none of them.
Though he pretend to be like so smart and so like witty, etc. I'm like,
want to work either. None of them
That's what I'm
actually want
saying.
to work.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. Of course,
Right.
It's obviously true. It's always been true. Work outside the home.
Right.
They don't have enough work at home. You know,
Yes.
there's a lot to do. But no, I completely agree. So that's why I question like their feminists in what sense?
Yes. And, you know, they like these vague appeals to equality. We want a chance to work and we want respect. And, you know, ultimately, I think the whole political system is just based around women never being accountable for any of their choices. Ultimately, that seems to be that's what abortion is.
Yeah, of course.
As 99% of abortions are elective. So they say it's an unplanned pregnancy. You had sex out of wedlock with someone you didn't intend to have kids with. So now we have to kill the kids in the womb. And, you know, these no-fault divorce laws. These women get married to guys maybe they never intend to stay with. And then when they're out, they're done. And they want child support and they want half the stuff. And I think a lot of men are looking at women and they're very liberal. They're overweight. They have a very high estimation of themselves. I think that people call it hoflation.
Hoflation?
Yes, their sense of their own looks and sexual value is very inflated. And so a lot of people are looking at these like frumpy, obnoxious, loudmouth, liberal women who are also very promiscuous and saying this is not actually appealing at all. And I don't want to start.
okay, but the problem is that he's talking about the category of women that doesn't make the entirety of women in America. Like, what the fuck?
Start a family with a person.
Sounds
like
awful.
this. Yeah, it is.
But if you believe in the patriarchy, as I fervently do, because it's just reality, you know, we didn't choose the system. We were born into a system that is part of nature, can't get out of it. So if you believe that that's true, which it is, then you think that men should lead. And if it's going to be better, men should make it better because that's their job.
Right.
So you don't want to give them a pass, do you? It'd be like it's all the girls suck, so...
I don't even blame it on the women because I think that it's the incentive structures. You know, women are allowed to do this by the legal system, by kind of social norms,
I'm sorry, did you just talk shit about women and then he said, I don't even blame women?
Technology is a big part of it. The attention that is available to women. Women go on Instagram and they get attention from thousands of men. So it's the incentives. But I would say that, because I hear this all the time, people say, well, the men.
I swear to God, women are not sitting around to post a picture so that they can get thousands of attention from thousands of men. This shit is a job. Like people who doing this shit like for nothing, I don't know many of them, but like maybe people post for their friends, for their family members, like. But majority of people you see on social media, they're doing it for money. They're getting paid. A lot of them, I would say majority of them, even hate doing that. And they don't give a fuck who is looking at them. They're just looking at the numbers. It makes sense. It's making money. And that's it. Like, I feel like he's mixing a lot of things. And he just taking like the worst things out of things that's going on. and not necessarily giving a context to what he's saying. It's just like, it's very easy to make it sound bad. Yeah, like, okay, I got 88 million views on my Instagram video. It's probably more now. So what does it make me? I don't care. I don't care about, oh my God, 88 million of majority of the men, like 94% of the men just basking in that attention. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm making money on social media. I have like my life. I have 2 kids. I gotta pay fucking private school. I gotta pay for my rent. I gotta pay for my everything, like for my life. I don't give a fuck. Like, I have a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he talking about? Just because you see somebody on social media, like, it doesn't make them what you see. You know what I'm saying? He just like pouring shit on women, basically.
Men need to step up and be better and lead the women. Easier said than done.
I agree with that.
They're at war with the system, and not even just the system, but also society.
It's like every time I hear him talk, and I don't hate him. Like, I don't, I'm just making a reaction video, whatever. But like, he's disgusting. I don't even know who would want to be with somebody like that. Like how he's talking about how men should be and how women should be. I don't know, bro. However you are, it ain't working for you. It ain't working for you. You gotta cut the bullshit. You gotta cut the bullshit. You better go over there and hang out with Clavicular so he can teach you how to be. And I don't even like him like that either. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's so easy for a man to just be like, oh, the women are like this, and they get an abortion, and they like doing this and that. Okay, bitch, what the fuck you want me to do? The fuck you want me to do? You want me to go work at McDonald's? Well, then they can't go to private school. I'm sacrificing everything for my kids to go to private school, and I'm doing whatever so they can go to private school. But I got 88 million views on one of my videos. I'm getting like 300 million views just on one Instagram account. Like, I'm not even gonna name my other Instagrams, my other TikToks, and all the other shit. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean like now I feel like this powerful woman who like sucking money out of rich man or whatever, and like don't value human life. Like, you making women look like we're monsters. Yeah, like there's some crazy women. Yeah, there's like some crazy men. That doesn't make the majority. Majority of women are just normal women. They want to have family. They want to have someone nice who will help them, take care of them, or 50-50, 60-40, I don't know, however that works for them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people realize, maybe it's a little bit harder right now to have a family. That doesn't make them like this liberal, promiscuous women. Like, and why is it harder? I mean, right now everything is expensive and shit is just hard right now. I don't know where you at, but here in America, right now it's a little bit difficult. Like you can see they build in all the new apartments. I live in the Fort Lauderdale area. All the new apartments, they like the whole building is it doesn't even have like 3-bedroom apartments. It's just studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. Because they're not building for families because there are none. And it's like so expensive. Like my mother-in-law, she lives in the 1 bedroom. She pays $2,000. $2,000 she pays. But when she goes outside, yes, like we live in Fort Lauderdale, okay? She lives basically walking distance to the beach. Maybe 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk. She goes outside, it's bums everywhere, homeless people everywhere, druggies everywhere. She disgusted to walk her dog. She was telling me that the other day. She's like, every corner I turn is just homeless people. It's like, what the fuck am I paying $2,000 for? Just to be here in Fort Lauderdale, you know? But it's like, you know, a lot of people, they born here, they live here. Like, it's not that easy to just pick up and go to the fucking middle of America in a small town where rent is like $1,000, you know, or 600, whatever, like super cheap. Like, you know, we're here, we're like locals, but you know, it's very expensive to live here. And then having kids, I have 2. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like we paying $3,000, over $3,000 for private schools, for both of them. Well, daycare in the private school. And the private school is like the cheapest private school. It's not like anything like the most expensive. It's really the cheapest private school. It's like $14,000 a year, but we get like a discount and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, like people who just work regular jobs. Like if you just, maybe you're 25 and your partner is around the same age and you guys both work a job and you have to rent. And if you want to have kids now, you gotta rent at least 2-bedroom. You know, one person's not going to be able to work for a long time, maybe for a year at least, or maybe 6 months if you're lucky. And you know, daycare is not free, period. So, and how much was all that work you had done? I don't know. I have to see. 8,000, 10,000, maybe over 20K. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like when regular people have regular jobs, I don't know how they survive. Like I have no idea. That's why nobody's having kids. Because like if you're working and you're making whatever $15 to $20 and your partner is making the same, that's not enough for anything. That's not enough for anything. You can't even afford to have a child, because having a child is a huge expense, and right now it's impossible. Hold on. Let me manage my chat for a second. Alright, just want to remove this. What should I call it? Spam. So much spam on Kick. I don't understand why. Yeah. I was in the gym and I was sweating and I really didn't have time to really dark circles. I didn't really have time to rewash my face and redo the makeup because I had to get on live before my baby come back home. No, I like it better like this. Los Santos now is a bunch of bums, especially near Parkland. Yeah. So much homeless people. It's crazy. No, hell no. I don't regret nothing in my life. Bitch, do I look like I regret anything? That shit ain't even real. The fuck do I look like regretting? I believe in God and ain't no regrets. Jesus Christ. Christians don't regret. And then you know what area is also bad? Broward. Broward. I'm trying to remember. Is it Broward Street or Broward Ave? But it's so bad. It's so bad. Like the Broward area that leads to Las Olas and then US1, Sunrise, yeah, like that area, the gay town, leading up to the gay town, that area, especially the behind Las Olas, the train station, the Bright Line. Oh my God, where the McDonald's that over there? It's so bad. We were doing we were there feeding homeless people last year. We had like a whole tent out and just a whole bunch of food made, and we were giving away food to the homeless because it's so many homeless people over there. They just like posted up on the street, like it's like a whole mini town. Yeah, Wilton Manors. This is bad. And it wasn't like that.
You don't have to go.
As my goal on live too. But yeah, compared to 2000, when did I move to Fort Lauderdale? 2018? Yeah, 2018. I mean, it was already homeless people. To me, I thought it was a lot, but apparently it was nothing compared to what it is today. It's crazy. And it's becoming like more and more and more expensive, and I'm like, why is Fort Lauderdale getting more expensive? And then everybody's moving to Fort Lauderdale from Miami, because people are like, oh, it's so bad in Miami. Well, bitch, how bad is it? It's getting worse and worse in here. I can't even imagine how bad it could be over there. Like, I never lived in Miami. I've been to Miami like, you know, millions of times, but I never lived there, so I can't really tell. I probably would never live in Miami. No sir. No sir. No sir.
Now for another.
Well, I ain't much change. I mean, I've been on the internet for a long time, so I do change from time to time. I'm a woman. I want long hair, I want short hair, I want big butt, I want small butt, I want big boobs, I want small boobs. I want to change, I don't want to change. Well, shit. At least I did everything. At least I did everything I thought I wanted to do, and I'm done with it, because I was like, okay, well, whatever. I could have lived without it. Could I? I could, 100%. Am I feeling bad? No, I'm not. I really like how I look right now. I'm at the gym a lot. I just came from the gym. I'm in a very good shape. I would say, like, strength and health wise, probably best I ever been in my life. 'Cause the baby really kicking my ass, and lifting him, he's heavy as hell. So I'm going to the gym, and I'm lifting the weights. Heavy. What is this? This is okay, this is crazy, because they showing, I didn't know that MrBeast apparently, okay, I only watched like 1 minute or 2 minutes maybe of this clip, and I was like, okay, let me just watch it with you guys. Apparently he have like a headquarters or whatever, his production in North Carolina. I didn't know that. And he have like all kinds of different shit in there, and it's like people living in there trying to lose weight, and that's crazy. We gotta see this. Look.
Great American social media phenomenon, MrBeast. Jesse Palmer heads to Greenville, North Carolina to get inside headquarters and talk with the world's most subscribed YouTube star. Watch this.
Welcome to Greenville, North Carolina, home of the ECU Pirates.
Where's Greenville? I want to see.
And the biggest digital creator to ever live. MrBeast is a first of its kind media
Greenville?
and business empire valued in the billions. It's what America was built on. Hard work.
Oh, so he got the whole city on lockdown. He owned the whole city probably.
Founder Jimmy Donaldson is just 28 years old, and today he's giving me exclusive access to find out the secrets behind the world's most watched videos.
Hi, come on in.
What's up, man?
Bro, nice to have you out here. How's it going? Welcome to the studio.
This is pretty amazing. First off, can I call you Jimmy or MrBeast? What do you...
I think Jimmy's fine.
Jimmy's good. I gotta ask you right away where my eyes are going here. What am I looking? That's a big
Go
number.
over here.
Yeah.
This is a live subscriber counter. So every time someone subscribes to our channel, it literally updates in real time.
I just want to put this into perspective for people. That number of subscribers, over 500 million, that's more than the population of Canada and the United States combined.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
It's a lot.
Dang.
When did you...
No, they don't. I mean, like, one of them is very little. The older one, he doesn't like watching like this kind of stuff. My oldest liked to watch those people who play video games and like VR, those what are they called? where you like half of the monkey body and you like I forgot what's it called. He basically like to watch other people play VR. Like on YouTube, and then he'll watch like anime.
Did you upload your first video to YouTube?
When I was 11 years old. You know, my parents didn't have much growing up. I didn't have a camera. I didn't know how to do anything. Everyone thought I was crazy.
To a younger generation, you are the most famous person in the world. And there's another generation of people, a little bit older, maybe watching the show right now.
Yeah.
They're like, Mr. Who?
Is that who I heard my kid talk about one time?
Yeah.
We didn't grow up with cable television. We grew up with YouTube and social media. So it is literally just like a chasm of two different worlds.
But now those two worlds are quickly colliding, and Beast Industries is now a global business. But the sprawling 100 acres in North Carolina is still the heart of the operation.
So you're about to walk onto one of our videos. If you look right here, you'll see a giant red circle. If they contestants living in this gym lose 150 pounds before leaving the circle, they win $250K, plus I pay for the wedding and give them a bunch of other stuff. But at any point, if they step on the red line, they lose. Basically, every square inch minus the bathrooms is covered in cameras, so we can monitor and show everything.
They're a real-life couple?
Yeah, let's go talk to them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sarah and Trey are their names. I think they've been in here now 110 days.
Oh, dang.
A little over 100 pounds down. Trey, Sarah,
Sorry.
I got someone I'd love for you to meet.
How are you? I'm Jesse. How's everything going? Good to meet you.
She's freaking out, I'm assuming, because of The Bachelor, and you're freaking out because of the NFL.
Because of both. You watch both.
Oh, really?
And I'm freaking out because what you guys are doing and the whole concept of this, it's incredible.
It's like been amazing to see their progress so far. Look at that.
Wow.
February last year?
You can tell just how much leaner his face is.
You guys are killing it. Oh my
So
gosh.
this is the money they're competing for.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Guys, I brought an NFL player. We might as well put him to work while he's
Oh
here.
my god.
It's just funny how he talking about him losing weight like he's not a real person. Look how you how
Coming
much
out,
leaner in the
so I was
face.
gonna Get a little tour of the studio.
We're gonna put him to work.
Look at these people are like, why is the host of The Bachelor pulling that strap? I think I'm 3 pounds lighter.
And there we go. All right, the journey continues. I'm piecing together they got a test going on over here they want me to do. What you got for me, kid? Good, so this is our head of safety, Ken. What are we doing?
Jesse, how you doing?
All right, so here's the thing. When I see Ken, I know something slightly dangerous is about to happen. That's why we keep him around.
Yeah, so I got about 7 explosions for you guys to check.
Ooh, okay.
Say less.
Let's do it.
Now mind your ears on this one. It's a little loud.
All right, let's see it.
Quinn, you set?
He's not gonna run through there.
He's a professional stuntman. Go for it.
In 3, 2, 1, action!
And what are they doing?
And so now we know that that's a potential way we could end the videos. Right?
Yes. Very, very cool.
All right, let's keep going.
I have to say, this really does feel like we're on a lot. Like a
That's the goal.
studio lot, but where there's just multiple things happening all the time. It's really, really impressive.
This right here, this is our new soundstage we just finished building. This is one of the largest sound stages in North America.
I didn't know you had an indoor football facility on campus here. That is incredible. What are you filming in?
Here, follow me, I'll show you. Check this out.
Whoa.
Well, look at that view.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because now it's gotten this big. What mistake did you make that you realized you had to change once you got this big?
Can someone get us some chairs? I mean, I don't know. I've made thousands of mistakes. Oh, we missed. I didn't know how to lead a company, you know what I mean? So it's just fixing 10,000 problems, right? And then you do that every day for 10 years, you know?
Putting out fires all the time. Can't imagine all the other fun stuff you're gonna get to do in here.
And that's what I like. I want to create an environment where creative juices are flowing. We try to do things that have never been done before. And sometimes something's never been done before because it's hard. And so a lot of what we do when people come here is we just reprogram their minds to help them understand that nothing's impossible. It's just, is it worth the time and effort?
Having a big idea is one thing, but it's the combined efforts of over 800 experts working together to make those videos come to life.
Check this out.
So what's this?
Come on in. It's real.
Like gathering what may be the world's largest collection of pennies.
Here's a fun idea. For those of you at home watching, whoever guesses the closest amount of pennies in this room will give you $10,000.
I saw
It's
that
really
post.
space, and it's like the
Somebody was saying,
idea
"Oh, this is a yeah." I'm
is
like, bro,
something
come
no one
on.
would think of. You're like a beautiful mind.
It's so fucked up. You can't even tell what's real, what's not. Like people don't even know what's
your
real,
whole
what's
life
not.
obsessed over football.
Right.
Now imagine if instead of football, it was YouTube. That's basically what I did.
It's
Every second you put into your football career, I just did the same, but YouTube. And
Yeah.
that's why you're jacked. And I have a YouTube channel.
It's just a shirt. It's just a speedy making me look this way. There's a giraffe back there. That's a real giraffe.
Yeah, you want to go say hi to him?
Yeah, I do.
Can we pet the giraffe? Good boy.
Good boy.
Hi.
Just, regular day at the office.
You know what's crazy? Last time I saw a giraffe, I was actually shooting a bunch of them with vaccines. So we filmed a video where we were in South Africa and there was a disease and 90% of the giraffes that got it died. And we completely reversed the death rate.
Your philanthropic record is just remarkable, and you've done so many things.
The thing is, so many people watch our videos that it's very important to me that we're a vehicle for that, where, if someone looks up to me that's 13 years old and goes, I love MrBeast, ideally, we're encouraging them to go do volunteering and encouraging them to care about being a better person.
It's really cool. You're galvanizing an entire audience.
That's the goal.
For all the spectacle, the stunts, the giveaways, it all seems unreal. But there is something very real running underneath it all.
So welcome to our food pantry. This is the heart and soul of Beast Philanthropy. This is how it all started. So out of our food pantry, we're distributing about 100,000 pounds of food every single month.
And you've created your own foods as well. There's Feastables.
With Feastables, most people don't realize this, but there's actually 1.5 million kids in illegal child labor on cacao farms. And I went to a lot of the big distributors, and everyone was just like, no, this is kind of how it is. Like, if you want to sell chocolate, you have to use child labor. So we pay a lot of extra money for our cacao, but in exchange, we're getting kids out of illegal child labor and putting them into schools over there, or feeding people in need here in our home soil in America, just using it for good.
And there are people that look at that and say, okay, you're taking people's suffering.
Yeah.
And you're making money out of it.
If they don't want to be on camera, they don't have to. We'll still help them. I mean, I'm not going to stop. People can say what they want, but I love helping people. We see the impact, and we're going to keep going. All right, now time for the best stop. All right, 5 minutes, everyone, and then Tariq and Nolan will judge.
So Jim's here right now, and he's here with his fiancée, Tia. They're both partaking in this thing to give back to all these kids and their families, and they get to be here. And I know just for all these children how special this is.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Jesse, Tia, good to see you.
How are you finding this?
Oh, it's pretty amazing. This was really, really special. How does it feel for you to get to be a part of stuff like this?
I mean, this is the best part of the videos. Like, I know they explode things all the time and we go on adventures, but like watching kids in person actually interact with the boys makes me so happy.
You're going home with this new computer. This is yours.
And the wedding is coming up this summer.
It's coming up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It must be very, very exciting.
I'm excited.
I know, though, he did not even have a bachelor party because he was busy creating a video.
I'm gonna have a secret bachelor party.
I was going to say.
I'm organizing one, he doesn't know it.
Oh, really?
I have to do it against his will or it won't happen. You'll see him here 16 hours a day, sometimes or more. He is intertwined in every little aspect of the business, which I find very, endearing.
Yeah.
And where I can help, I will. But it's because I selfishly just want to spend more time with him.
Yeah, I don't know how many hours you both have in your day.
He slept at the studio when I met him. He now sleeps at home. So that's
a win.
That's a win,
See?
yeah.
See?
Ooh, let's go. Everyone's going home with a brand new PC.
Seeing Jimmy with these kids, I can't think of anyone who's done more good at such a young age. Because the scale really is hard to fathom. It actually feels unbelievable, but it is who Jimmy really is. You're MrBeast to over...
He said, poor guy got so rich he has to start pulling all the billionaire tactics to dodge taxes.
500 million people. I mean, do you ever see a time when you can just go back to being Jimmy?
Oh no, the can of worms have been opened. I have over 100 billion views of my content. Till the day I die, I'm gonna be MrBeast. It just is what it is. And luckily, I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed you showing me all of this.
I hope you guys at home learned a lot about our business. And fun fact, it's 9 p.m., but I got another shoot, so I'll have you guys just go back there, and I'm gonna start shooting this video right here. Take care. Feel free to hang out as much as you want.
Appreciate your time. This has been incredible, obviously. No one gets this opportunity to come to Beast headquarters and get to see the magic and how it all happens. For Jimmy, it's not just creating incredible content that goes viral. He really is someone who's changing the world. As America begins its next chapter, it's people like him with a deep entrepreneurial spirit who are going to be at the forefront of our culture, innovation, and generosity. He's the kind of person who really makes you excited for what the next 250 years could bring.
Really an exceptional person, and this whole experience has been one in a lifetime.
Fuck it, bro. If he's helping people, I'm okay with that. I don't care what you're doing with your money, how you hiding them, how you dodging them, because that's what everybody do, and eventually you would do it too if you would be a billionaire, a millionaire, whatever, because you don't want to give up your hard-earned money. That's just the evolution that everybody goes through. Like when you're poor, you think that like rich people are these bad people because they don't pay taxes or whatever. But eventually, if you were to be that person, you would try to do the same thing. 100%. 100%. It was not one person who is ultra rich who is not using everything that's available within the laws and maybe outside of the laws to save their little coins, because that's how they remain rich and that's how they pass it down to their kids, you know. And if you're making content out of it, whatever, if you're helping people and giving away food and stuff like that, I'm okay with that. I can't hate on that. I'm sorry. He's genuinely like not doing bad to anybody. He's not talking bad about anybody. He's not trying to encourage people to do bad things. He's not rapping about murder, selling drugs, prostitution, whatever. He's not influencing anybody to do anything bad. But what people do with their money, I can't look at their pockets. It's not my problem. If he's doing something illegal, if anybody's doing something illegal with the money, they're going to go to jail. Or they're not. But there's nothing I can do. And it's not, it has nothing to do with my life. My life is not going to improve or get worse because he paid taxes or he didn't. I'm not relying on his taxes. I'm not relying on any rich person. I'm trying to make it myself. And if you aren't, it's okay too. If you aren't, it's okay too. You know? Because I see, you see a lot of those posts on X talking about how, oh, he uses people, but he used those people for the video to give them sight, like they were receiving surgeries to have sight again. I don't remember if it was kids, but it was something along the lines, it has something to do with the eyes. And people were like, oh, he's using... Okay, but they can see now. What the fuck? They can see now. You couldn't give it to them. You could never, bitch. You just sitting down over there and just hating, like... You could never do that. He's not obviously doing anything, like, bad. Okay? We can't even look and approximately suspect anything. Like, oh, he's got a shady business or he's got something shady going on. It's nothing shady over there. Like, I mean, not as far as we know, like as far as shown to us. Because motherfuckers who doing shady shit and they showing it to you, I don't know MrBeast. I don't know what kind of person he is. He didn't do nothing bad to me. He's not influencing anybody to do anything bad. That's what I know. I don't even watch his videos like that. But I watched a few enough to understand that he's not promoting any illegal activities or negativity in general. If you think about it, majority of the people online thrive on negativity, like news, you know, some crazy shit, crazy events, arguing, whether that's political arguments, whether that's just arguments, talking shit about somebody. You know, that's what we're doing over here. You know, we're looking at the news, we're talking shit. You know, all this is still like negative things, like if you think about it. But he doesn't do any of those things. If you think about it, it's ridiculous that he does not promote anything negative and people still hate on him, you know? That's the most odd thing to me. Now, when his friend turned transgender, that was weird. I'm not gonna lie, that was weird. That was like, all right. I don't know how that came to be, how it got resolved. I don't even know where that person is, but obviously I don't think he's partaken in his MrBeast thing anymore, as far as I remember. So oh, my arms are feeling it like crazy. My shoulders just... Oh. I gotta take creatine. It'll make me feel better.
What has driven them to get to the top?
Ah, what happened? By the way, when I get first 10 subs, I will do a stretching stream. I will do like a milestone celebration. And I'll do something special. So, I've reached the level of... What's the level? It don't matter. I reached the level where I can get... where you can subscribe to my channel, so... You guys go ahead. If you can, I'll appreciate that. If you cannot, it's fine. Damn, my face greasy as hell. What the hell is going on over here? Bitch, what the fuck?
On God, bro. On God, bro. On God, bro. Fine. There's some people coming in now, chat.
I'm just clicking on shit, trying to figure out, like, every time I'm streaming with somebody. It's pissing me off. He really, I don't know if you saw that, I did like a second E-date stream, and this guy was so fucking weird. If you're watching me right now, Troy, this is for you. He just left. So I was invited on the first E-date with this one guy, And he was a contestant. The other guy was a contestant, and this other guy invited me on his e-date. He was like, oh, come on my e-date. Okay, whatever, I did. And then he's like all unprepared. It's just all like on a whim, I guess. I don't know. That's what it looks like. It just looks like it's on a whim. It's not really prepared like that. And then he just leave and go to the other guy, to the first guy e-date. That's at the same time in the same day. I was like, oh. Okay. All right then. That was weird. But somebody came in my chat. It was here on Kick. Somebody came to my chat and they started talking shit about him. Like start saying bad things about him, and I was like, well, first of all, I don't know none of these people. I have no idea who they are. I'm just over here trying to make my streaming career, okay? With other streamers. But you can tell, like, a lot of them like small little streamers, they be weird. They be weird as hell. They be streaming, I don't even know why they're streaming. So they just like all quiet and they're just like, oh yeah, okay bro, what are you doing? Like, at least like I'm beautiful. I don't really gotta do much. If I don't want to, I don't have to. Like I'm just like but as a guy, you gotta do a lot. On the stream, you know, you gotta be like interesting and entertaining, and you gotta be like charismatic and stuff like that. You know, like the other guy e-date was okay because it was like, it was organized. It was like, you know, you doing this, then you doing this, then you know the next step and the next step, and it was like, I like when it's organized and it's like, okay, I understand what's going on and stuff like that. And he's running it like a real show. Like it's really good. It's like scheduled on time and etc. But then there's like people, they just sitting there. They don't have like good camera or nothing. They're just sitting in the dark. Just, I'm like, bro, why are you even streaming? And they like streaming for years, and you don't think like if you stream for a year and nothing changed, like you have to like change something? The Venus curse. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand like what you got. What you got. You gotta be an actor. You gotta be like a paid actor. Get yourself a deal with a fucking political movement, whatever. Like, do something. Do something. Like, I can just stand up. I can just stand up. I'm just not yet. Okay. You feel me? So it's just like, super weird. Then I'm like, bro, what happened? Like, he never responded, nothing, just. But you know, I guess whoever was talking shit about him, I guess he was embarrassed or he was scared. Just that move alone makes me feel like that was maybe true. You know, because when somebody's saying something about me that's not true, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna be standing on my shit. Bro, what the fuck? What kind of shit? What kind of freaky shit is that? You need to get out of my chat. Cause I don't want the freaky shit over here. You're gonna have me banned. And you know what's happening next. Cause I ain't getting banned. You gotta watch what you're saying. Cause it ain't that kind of party. It ain't that kind of party. Okay? It ain't that kind of party. So. Okay. Well, how do I remove this now? Bitch. Alright. And thanks for the follow, Sir Fat Max. Fat Max. What's up? Okay, hold on. We watched this already. Oh, this, I don't even want to get into this yet. Hold on. Oh, this was funny as hell.
What is she doing, bro? Sit down! What is y'all doing, bro? Bro, what is y'all doing, man? You feel so good? It's a new day!
Look at them!
Man, you ain't in the meats, bro. Come on, man.
She really hit in the middle of the video. In the middle of laying down in the frozen aisle. That's crazy. It ain't that hot. I don't know. I live in Florida. It's like so expected to be hot all the time, so I'm just so used to it. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I get it. Like it's hot everywhere else. If it's not like a regular hot, it's like a little more hot than regular. What the fuck did I just say? If it's a little bit more hot than regular, then people just going crazy. If it's not like a tropical climate. Here you kind of just expect it to be fucking sauna every day. And you just kind of just used to it. Fuck it. I don't even like, before I used to like, in Florida, when I just first moved to Florida, I used to wear jean shorts, short dresses. Now I'm just going outside with my pants, with my long sleeve in the middle of the summer. I just don't care. Like it doesn't, just because it's hot, it doesn't mean that I have to wear like shorts and tank tops, you know? But before I thought, oh well, summer you have to kind of like dress like summer. Now I'm just like these pants. Like these pants got fleece on it underneath. I'm still wearing them outside. It's hot as hell outside. I don't care. That heat is not moving me anymore. Oh my god, you guys, there's one sad thing that I wanted to talk about. And that is this girl. Okay, let me see if I can find, because there was not a lot of videos on it. This girl named Bree, Dream Girl, but it's not the Dream Girl from New York or from wherever she is, like the really famous Dream Girl. That's like different Dream Girl. It's from down here in Florida. Her name is Bree. But I've seen her on the internet like a lot. I just saw her on my like social media, on my Instagram, and I just familiar with her face, and I knew, that person exists basically. And she just died last night in a shooting. That was crazy. Miramar, triple shooting, left Florida influencer dead, 2 others hurt. 21-year-old social media influencer Brianna Johnson. Okay, look at this shit. 21, she's just a baby. That's so crazy.
3 people. Take a look here. You see what appears to be a green Lamborghini pulling up to the stop sign. That's when a white car comes around and then quickly drives off. That's when the Lamborghini starts to drift, and you can see it slowly crash into the home. Just a few hours ago, Miramar police confirmed 21-year-old Brianna Johnson died, and 2 men were taken to the hospital after being shot. We're told they were taken in critical condition, but right now no word on their condition at this hour. We've asked police, and we are waiting to hear back. Now, investigators say 3 people driving in a green Lamborghini near the 2700 block of Sunshine Boulevard around 5:30 in the morning Sunday were followed by another car and shot at. Neighbors say they thought the barrage of gunfire was fireworks. Take a listen.
It's a little like nerve-wracking for no reason really. There's no reason for that type of behavior on 4th of July when we're all trying to come together for something as big as 250 years of freedom. So why do stuff like that?
Some of the Tower police say this investigation is still active. No word on any arrests, though they are still looking for that white BMW.
Dang. Fuck. That's not that. That's the other Dream Girl.
B&B party. Say I taste like Coca-Cola, I got AP with. She was blowing up on TikTok. Now, fans are mourning her. Rising artist Dream Doll Bree has reportedly passed away after a shooting in Florida. Bree was known for her viral hit Bend Over and the energy she brought online. According to reports, Bree was leaving an Airbnb party with 2 men when a white BMW allegedly pulled up beside their car and opened fire. No arrests have been made and police are investigating. Say I taste like Coca-Cola, I got AP with them.
That's crazy. They got all these fucking cameras everywhere and they still can't catch the people. That's a little strange. That's a little strange. All these cameras, all this surveillance, whatever. Oh look, the car, they shut up the car. They shut up the car. 16 bullet holes in a Lamborghini Urus following the field. Claim Florida enforcement. Dang. Fuck. I saw a video of her from 2022 when she was making like TikToks, and she was like, I don't know how old she was in 2022. That's 4 years ago. Oh my God! Like she was a baby, and she's still a baby. Like that's so crazy. Oh wait, is that? Is that? No, that's not her. This is her. Fuck, bro. I heard that this thing, okay, I heard that some TikToker was talking about. Woo lady? Woo lady? Okay, that's unrelated, I guess. Oh my God, see, this is crazy, look. This is crazy.
Sex trafficking. It's really like shocking, I guess, almost, but also it's really a relief for me because I've known about this, especially Nikita, for so long. I've known since I was, about 16 years old that he was running some sort of sex trafficking ring, and I was surprised that more people didn't know or that more people couldn't really put two and two together.
Wait, you guys, we got a first subscriber? For real? Oh my God, my heart dropped. Thank you so much for the gift. Wow. Wow, that's I made it. I got my first subscriber. Yay. Yay. From Pussycat. That's a funny name. Well, thank you a lot, because I was like, how long I'm gonna be sitting here and just being a lame without one subscriber. I don't have to be anymore. Yay. Thanks for the follow too. This guy, I just accidentally saw that. Excellent CJ E-date. Oh, you was on the E-date? That was funny as hell. Like the people are so, they were so all different. They were all So different. I'm like, how he find all these people? Where did he find them? Okay, hold on. That's not what I want. I wanted this post. Okay, now I got it. It says alleged. Hold on. Let me move this. Alleged OF human trafficking denied bid to lower bail as he's accused of forcing young women against their will to make content. I can't even begin to imagine, like, you know, how is that even, like, I understand that, you know, girls can be like swayed and, you know, forced into something because like we're women, so we are soft and people can do shit to us. But like, being that this guy is in America and doing this shit and thinking like it was gonna go unnoticed, that's very strange. It's like, how many of these stories we heard? Like today, nobody should be forced into doing anything like that. Like, come on. $1 million company moved from Russia to the States. This idiot's not for his main source of income. Wait, where is my multi-stream chat? Oh, here. I'm like, why am I looking down on my phone where I can just have it here? No, this guy Troy, right? He called me to be on his e-date, so I show up. Mind you, I don't know if you heard this. Let me know if you did, so I will not retell the story. But he basically called and be like, be on my e-date. Okay, is it okay if we do like one? You want to do it like for free and then I'll pay you? And I was like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. And he's like all unorganized and it's just whatever. I just was like, you know, yeah. And I was just like, you know, and CJ had the e-date at the same day and the same time. And so I guess he's going over there. Like I see him joining his party and, you know, talking to them. Then he coming back. And I was like, what's going on? And then I guess I just stood up to like do something in the room, whatever. I come back, he just hang up on me and he just left to go on the other on the other e-date. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, what's going on? But guess what? I ain't doing no e-dates for him anymore. You got one chance. You got one chance with me. I dedicated my time. I showed up. Whatever. It's not very reassuring of Troy wasting your time. Yeah. Do you guys by any chance play RP GTA? Because I was thinking, I have an idea, but I don't know. I used to do that. I used to stream RP in GTA. I have a very interesting character that will be RPing. And I thought that I should RP and piggyback off of the funny character that will be RPing. Oh, story. I see. I don't really play games like that, like you can tell, right? But that was fun. Like I did it for a while when I was streaming before. And like I like how that server was, because like you can hear other people like next to you, because some servers you can't hear. But like you can hear, and it's funny. It's funny, like, and you have to like get ID to drive a car, and then you're like doing everything like real life. It's pretty cool. But you really had to grind, like you really had to grind to get anything in there. I remember that. I was like mining some shit and delivering pizza. Okay, this shit is depressing as hell. But this guy's sound, by the way, Russian. Oh look, prosecutors now accuses Tukalo of making a call in Russian on a jailhouse phone, instructing loved ones to move money out of his accounts. He may believe that because he speaks Russian that we don't know what he's saying in this call. This is so funny as hell. He does not really think that, is he? His bail is set at 5 million. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, didn't they just say earlier that it's not, that he don't have bail? To lower bail, oh, okay. They denied bid to lower bail. Okay, is he accused of forcing out of control house parties every Saturday night? Prosecutors now accused of making. He ran. You see how I read? I don't read sentences one after the other. I read like the beginning, then the end, then the middle. Allegedly ran an OF house in Washington where he allegedly forced women to make adult content. I don't know, bro. I don't know. These people losing their mind. But hey, today, nobody has to force you to do nothing. Don't. I don't even know, like, if I was to give advice. Because I'm in the industry too, you know, but thank God nothing happened to me, you know. I mean, frankly, because I don't really do nothing crazy. Like, I'm just home. I'm not making any deals with nobody. Like, I'm not making content with other people even. So nothing ever could happen. Like, nobody could ever force me to do anything because I'm like home. I'm doing everything by myself, basically. I don't even know. You just gotta vet. You just gotta vet who you talking to. Just gotta vet. And if you are signing up with any agencies, you should have some kind of referral from somebody that worked with them, you know, or that maybe somebody know that person. At least you can have some kind of understanding, like, even then, you don't really need the agency. You don't really need the agency. I mean, you know, if you want to have, like, your time to yourself and you don't really want to know, like, the back end side, you can, you know, but it's fine by yourself. Like, I made it, you know. You don't really need anybody. But I mean, you know, I have I acquired a lot of knowledge on social media and stuff, so I can give a good advice on how to run Instagram and TikTok, etc. But it's like I was signed with a big agency at once that has like all big people signed to them, and honestly, they knew less than I did. They knew less than I did. They basically didn't do much for me, so it's just like, okay. Because I always felt like, because you know, I was doing it for so long, and I don't know. I'm trying to think. Why. What was the reason behind me joining with them? I guess I felt like somebody has answers that I don't have to the questions that I have, you know? Like regarding social media and posting and being banned and etc. And like the driving factor of me signing with them was that I got banned. And they claim that they can unban you, which was not true. Nobody can unban you unless you have an insider on the social media, which I don't even. But it's at the end of the day, it's not worth the time to try to find that person. Just follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm going in too deep. It's not that deep. He fucked up. He should go to jail. And the girls should vet who they talking to. And that's on that. And that's on that. Just, why do they keep showing me Nick Fuentes? Please, can you please stop? Please stop. You're giving me a headache. For real. Hold on. Erica Kurt leaves the courtroom with a look of uncertainty as Robinson's defense objects a piece of evidence being shown on screen. Oh, shit. There we go again. Just block who? Oh, the guy Troy. Oh, that's so funny. Alex Jones go off on Sneeko and calls for him to be deported, because Sneeko was going crazy talking about. All right, I gotta show it to you guys. I didn't really want to. I was like, you know what? This is overwhelming. I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow. But I was like, all right.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York. You see this city? You see how it looks? Inshallah, your city looks just like this too. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Oh no! Oh no!
He don't even know what he's talking about.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan.
New Yorkistan. Did he say New Yorkistan? Oh my god. Oh my god. This clip got 7 million views. You know, and then, you know, everybody's saying like, oh, deport him, or like Alex Jones saying deport him. But then, you know, the thing about it is like, you want to be mad, you know, because it's like, it's Christian majority country. You would want it to be, or you want to assume that it is, you know, like we are not majority Muslims over here. You know, but at the same time, we have freedom, so everybody can do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know, so even though it may look offensive, you know, you can't be mad, because rules are the rules and they apply to everyone. You know? And I don't have anything against the Muslims. Like, I have Muslim friends. I have some Muslim friends in Russia. I have some Muslim friends in Egypt. And they're nice people. But will I move and live in a majority Muslim country? No. You know, it just our views not necessarily align all the way. You know, I would just not make it out there. You know, do I want it to be here to be like that? No, I will not make it out here if it's gonna be like this. I'll probably like end up not really alive, you know, because according to them, I'm not a good person, you know, so according to their religion, it's haram, you know. So I'm not being racist. There's nothing racist about it. People have different religions and their different rules. And the things that I do is not allowed in their religion. But here I can do whatever I want because I live in America and it's a free country, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying that we don't have the same views. That's different. First of all. Because I experienced it firsthand. Yes, I'm friends with the Muslim guys. Okay. I just don't want to like reveal them, but they were providing services for me, okay? They were providing dental services for me. And they would not even post me on their social media because of the things that I do. And I'm not offended, and I don't think they're racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been like, oh, you racist? You don't want to post me? You don't want to post me because of what I do on social media? You know what I'm saying? But like, they post their women. Or they will post like other women who don't do the same thing as I do. But I don't feel no type of way. I understand. It's fine with me. I understand that they have a different religion and they have their own reasons why they wouldn't do that. That's not necessary. They didn't do anything bad to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make him racist? You tell me, since you know everything. Okay, well, which countries? Let's name them. What country are you from? Because I was in Egypt multiple times, and I live close with Muslim people. But the Muslim people in Russia, they're different. They're a little bit not like how majority Muslim countries are. They're a little bit more open, a little bit more lenient, I think. Okay, no, Turkey. Okay, Turkey is like Muslims in Russia, I feel like. I've been to Turkey 12 times. It's like my second home. I know everything about Turkey. But like they are how I want to say that I perceive Turkey. Like, if I was in the country, I wouldn't even think that it's a Muslim country. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Turkey is... I don't know how many. Okay, let's see. Percentage of Muslims in Turkey. Okay, 65 to 8%. Okay, and I feel like Turkey is very Europeanized. How the fuck would you say that? Okay, and Egypt is 90 to 95. So Egypt is more Muslim than Turkey. No, I mean, you have to go to Turkey and you have to go to Egypt to understand the difference. They just tone it down for tourism. Same with Egypt. I don't know if they tone it. I don't know if they tone it down in Egypt. They ain't toning it down in Egypt. In Egypt, it's going down. In Egypt, I was going in the mall with my toes out, and my toes were the center of attention. Okay. If I do the same thing in Turkey, it's not gonna be the same. If I go in the mall in Turkey, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Whatever. We don't give a fuck." You know what I'm saying? I feel like Turkey have so much tourism, much more than Egypt. It has many more cities as touristic destinations, and it has its European side that is like super different from the rest of the country, you know. No, okay, so imagine if I go and I live in Turkey. You think I want to go live in Turkey with people that has different values than me? That's what I'm saying. You know how many Russian girls disappear in those countries? Because of the high amount of tourists just going in and out. You know how many personal stories that I know? How many Russian women disappear? Because they get drunk in a hotel and nobody ever to find them. All women I know only visited those countries one time and never went back. Well, I went there as a child since I was 7 years old. My mom would take me to Turkey once a year on my birthday to the hotel. It would be like a hotel, and we would be in a hotel. We would travel around the area, like to touristic places like Efes, etc. Yeah, and my dad would not, like, if you want to go to Europe, you have to get a visa, okay? If you want to go to Turkey as a Russian person, you don't need a visa. So my dad would never let me get a visa because I would need his signature for him to allow me to go, you know, and get the visa. You need two parents' agreement because they were divorced when I was 5 years old. So the only place I could go was Turkey and Egypt, but Turkey is like a little bit better because it's nicer nature, it's nicer hotels, it's kind of look like a little bit like Europe, it's a little bit more fun, it's a little bit more relaxed on the religion, like it's not as intense as it is in Egypt, especially back then. So that's why it's a very popular tourist destination in Russia. It's like number one. I don't know if it is right now because of the war and things that's going on. But yeah, but like I would not go live there. Or I would not go live in Egypt. I had a friend, I was in a domestic violence shelter once. And I had a friend there, and she was from Saudi Arabia. And she went to Orlando with her uncle that she was married to. And she ran away from him and turned herself to the police. He held her in a hotel room for 3 days and did not let her out. So I don't know how exactly she ran away. I don't know exactly how she ended up in the police, but police end up driving her to the domestic violence shelter I was in. When I came over there, she was already there living for a long time. And so like she would tell me, because we had a lot of time on our hands, we basically did not work or anything. We just in domestic violence shelter and we don't have any legal paperwork. And we just trying to live every day and just wait for lawyers and everybody to help us get our paperwork, etc. And she told me a lot about how her country works. And she was in the hiding. They had to transport her to another facility where they change your identity, because though it's anonymous in the domestic violence shelter, like they don't have it on Google Maps, nowhere, there is no like contact information, it's basically like hidden. You can only get there through the police, right? And so, hold on, I'm trying to read the comments and then I forgot what I want to say. The social workers who was like, okay, you will have like a social worker who is assigned to you. She started receiving emails, threatening emails. So somehow, I don't know if she was like a big person in her country, somehow they found her that she was living in that shelter. And through the emails, they found that out. And so they had to transfer her to a different program that's like, they couldn't even buy tickets in her name. They had to like send her on a bus and on all kinds of transportation where you don't need your ID to buy it. So they were like bypassing all kinds of like identification things. And I frankly never heard from her after that. She had to change her phone number and I'm guessing like her name and her whole identity, and I never heard from her after that. And she was very nice and I really loved hanging out with her. She was very nice girl. But she was not, she said the same day police got me, she said I removed my hijab, and she said I never put it back on again. And that was her story. She did not like that she had to marry her uncle, and she did not like all these things that were going on, and she's been married with him for a long time, since I'm not gonna lie, because I don't remember exact age when she married him. So for tax reasons. I don't know. They probably wouldn't even let me in Dubai. They probably wouldn't even let me in Dubai. If they were to just Google me, they probably wouldn't give me like a visa or anything. That's what I'm talking about. Like people don't understand what I do, so they don't understand. But even then, like, I'll never move to a Muslim country. I'm okay with y'all having whatever y'all rules are. I don't give a fuck. But I ain't having those rules. I'm over here and I'm having these rules and I'm living with these people, and they may be fucking crazy and they may have colorful hair, but fuck it. Bitch, we're in this shit together and I'm standing by here. I don't want to go to Dubai. I have no desire going into the desert that just have a whole bunch of tall buildings with the beach that's not even that nice. Like if I want to go for a beach, I can go to Bahamas. And I don't give a fuck about shopping. Like why would I want to go to Dubai? For what? To be hot? I'm already living in the paradise. I already live in Florida. I can go to the beach anytime I want to. My other side of the family live in Bahamas. If I want to go to see the best beach in the world, I can go to Bahamas. Right here, 2 hours. For free, basically. Just get a flight ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to go to Dubai? To see what? Dirt? Thank you. I'm good. I can go right here to Aventura Mall and shop for all the designer things that I want, and I don't even give a fuck about it. I don't even want none of the designer stuff. I don't care about that. I'll go to Switzerland. Switzerland look nice. Okay, that's different. I'll go to Switzerland. That's decent. Okay, well, maybe not all, but like the majority. Hold on, my auntie just went, they went to Doha. Doha is where? Doha is in, fuck, what's the country called? Qatar. Qatar. Because they've been to Dubai like 100 times. They don't even want to go there. And they've been to Doha and they're like, oh, it's, you know, whatever. It's like the same shit. Germany. Yeah, I probably would want to visit Germany. I want to go to Japan. I'm not gonna lie. I want to go to Japan. No, I'm like intrigued by the you know, like how they just chilling, you know, over there. They just really chilling. That's all. Like I really want to see like how they chilling over there. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. For sure, shit can happen everywhere. But, like, you know, at the end of the day, ain't nobody moving to Egypt, though. At the end of the day, ain't nobody moving to Egypt to live and for a better life, especially women. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all are just living in the illusion. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody going over there. Everybody coming over here. Everybody's coming over here. We ain't going over there. Because it's something over there that it's not all the way okay with people. That's why they coming over here. That's what I'm trying to understand. Because y'all always protecting y'all countries, but y'all still coming over here. Like, okay, like I love my country. I was born there. My parents are there. Cool. But I'm over here. Because over there it wasn't enough. But here, I can really do what the fuck I want to do. And here's a really opportunity. And it's really different in here. And if shit like this that happened to me over here, the shit that I went through, if that was to happen in Russia, I would be dead. I would be dead. But here, I was good. I was saved. By law. And law is working as far as I'm concerned. Because I ain't dead. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Like, listen, I live here and I can talk shit about here. But only I. And I'm not gonna let nobody talk down on where I stay. Well, because I went through domestic violence situation that was very serious. That's the reason why I got my citizenship through VAWA, Violence Against Women Act, VAWA. You know, things like that happen in Russia. Chances that police even are gonna come out, they're gonna be like, oh, that's your boyfriend, oh, that's your husband, and y'all gonna figure it out. And then you just end up dead. Because nobody giving a fuck. Yeah. You call the police in here, it's gonna be three cop cars, 2 cops in each car, and they're gonna be all on your ass, trying to figure out what's going on, who should do what, where you should go to court, you should go over here, you need a taxi, you need to go to the hospital, boom, 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 boom. Child is a priority, we're keeping the child safe. It ain't nothing over there. It ain't no priority. Like, I don't know, maybe it's different now, but I don't think things would be like that different in 10 years. You know. Because my friend was dealing with, her husband was beating on her. And she was like, just turned 18, whatever. And they had a child. And he was beating on her. And she would call me and cry, like, and asked me to go over there so that, you know, maybe if I'm there, he would not like act up like that. And so I would go there sometimes to like save her, basically, because when we called the police would just show up and be like, "That's your husband?" Like that's really happened in front of me. "That's your husband?" She's like, "Yes." "Oh, okay, you guys are gonna figure out, you good." I was like 18. We just was like, just turned 18. She had her first kid when she was in high school. In 11th grade, she had a baby. And she was like married to the guy. I was at the wedding and all. So these are the things. And then, you know, a lot of things I hear from my mom's friends where women get beat and there's nothing that they can do. Like even today, like I didn't even want to talk about it because I don't know if my best friend would watch it, but my best friend was dealing with this boyfriend who was beating on her too. And she was scared because he would tell her things like, "Oh, nobody is going to help you because I know people in the police, you know, like it's all corrupt as fuck." And she was just so scared for her life. You know, and things like this is normal everywhere else. It's normal. So you like really watching what you're saying and what you're doing, because anything can have you dead and in a ditch, and ain't nobody gonna be looking for you. Like I'm from a very grimy neighborhood in Moscow. Like there's a swamp behind the neighborhood. And there are dead people over there because the local mafia would just murder people and just dump them over there, and there's nobody going over there. And we don't know how many people is in there, but we know they're in there because people just die. People just die left and right. Like the shit is grimy everywhere else. Like, yeah, I mean, overall, Moscow is nice, but it depends on the neighborhood. Like, I was not in a very nice neighborhood. Though I felt safe because everybody knew me. And I was a kid, and my mom knew pretty much all the people in the neighborhood. But motherfuckers would die and be in a ditch. But it's normally like, you know, like grimy stuff like that. There's just like mafia stuff, but women getting beat is a really like a thing. And I'm not saying it's a thing in Russia, but I'm saying that women get beat around the world and they're not gonna get as much help as they do here, because there's no system that would support that. There is no shelters, there's no homeless shelters, there's no shelters for women with kids. What? Does somebody want to live like this? I don't think so. That's why everybody trying to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't mind. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to. But at the end of the day, don't bring your shit over here. You know why? Because your shit over there was not good. You came over here to do this shit right here. So just use the shit that we have over here. You know? Maybe if you moved here, maybe you're better off, like, becoming a Christian or something. Trying something else, because obviously it wasn't working. Well, I'm not imposing, you know, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do at the end of the day, but I'm just saying, something over there wasn't right. You know? Something over there wasn't right. You know, I was 13 years old, this boy in Turkey trying to kiss me. When my parents wasn't looking, when I went to the bathroom, and he caught me in the bathroom. He was about 18 years old, 18, 19, 20 years old, Muslim guy. He was trying to kiss a baby. That's what happened to me. And I was traumatized. And I said, I told this story here on live before. Let's not forget about the rape gangs in the UK. Let's not forget that. Because that's a problem. Because that's a problem. And that has nothing to do with where they at. Right? That's a problem. That's a cultural problem. That's like something that was installed in them that was like made okay for them to do shit like this. So they going over there and they doing that shit. That's why I'm saying don't bring that shit over here. Don't bring that shit over here. And y'all always trying to say, oh, racist. No, the fuck I'm not. You racist, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have 2 boys, but bitch, if I had a daughter, bro. If I had a daughter and some shit would happen to her, bitch, I'm going to jail. Because them are going to be dead. Them people who did that, they will be dead. Because ain't no talking. It would be no talking. And if I had to start a war, bitch, I would. Bitch, I would. And I don't give a fuck. But ain't nobody gonna be raping over here. Coming over here and raping our kids. You having another? No, I'm good. I had enough. Yes, I am. You hear him? He crying right now. He's 18, 19 months old. Nah, so let's get back to Sneeko. Let's get back to Sneeko and just look at him one more time.
Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York. You see this city? You see how it looks? Inshallah, your city looks just like this too.
Look, I don't mind. I think it's good to have boundaries. I think we're good over here and they're good over there. I think it works perfect. Like, we over here in our little corner of the earth, you know? And they over there in their little corner of the earth, and they are over there in their little corner of the earth. And I think it's fine. It's fine. Like how it was okay. It was fine. Too late for that. Florida could be next. And guess what? And I'm moving out. And I'm moving the fuck out because the country is big and great. It's enough space for everybody. But I'm not for me here. No, thank you. I'm not going to be staying here. I mean, yeah, this is what I was saying, you know. And I'm not saying that everybody is bad, as I mentioned before. I have Muslim friends that are, you know, they're nice people, whatever. I'm going to North Carolina. If if I'm going to North Carolina, definitely. North Carolina looks like a great choice. Especially with family, you know? I think it's a great choice. It's decent. You know, I don't know. I honestly think Sneeko is doing too much. And he's... Actually, I feel bad for Muslim community because he's embarrassing them. You know? Because he's going from being... And I'm... Listen, we all change and we become better people and we forget our past, but... you're going, you know, like you're going from modeling to like having like gay tendencies and stuff like that. You know, like all the things that are not Muslim-like is what I'm saying. And it's just like strange that, you know, I guess it's love and acceptance. I guess they accepted him. I guess they accepted him. Maybe we should take it as an example. I don't know. Like maybe we should accept people like that. I accept people who accept me. Fuck it. But I'm good over here. And bitch, I'm Christian at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if it comes down to it, I'm Christian. By the way, I'm standing by it. By the way, as I mentioned earlier, my heart belongs to Jesus Christ. I'm on... I could be doing better than I am. I know that God will forgive me for my sins. What else? USA is a Christian country. Yes, but freedom of religion. You know? I mean, if it's not, you might as well just take it out then. Just scratch it off. And, you know, we can go back to, like, not having freedom of religion. Just stop pretending then. You know? Like, I don't mind if they like, oh, okay, now we're just one religion country. I'd be like, okay, fuck it then. I'm already Christian, so it's not gonna make a difference in my life. I'm good with this. Yeah, maybe sucks for other people, but it wouldn't suck for me. You can accept our religion. Why should we accept theirs? Question of the year. Imagine we're over there, coming over there with colorful hair and our liberal women and with all of our rights, and we're trying to like wear tight outfits. We're going to the gym with our matcha, you know. We just like imagine that. Imagine like that's over there. They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, what the? We gotta burn them. We gotta burn all of them. They're gonna be like, we gotta burn them. Because they fucking up our shit over here. They fucking up our thing. I don't know. I'm not really happy with Satanists either. Yeah, they would probably, I mean, it depends on the country. Like some countries will put you to jail. Like if you're not wearing a hijab, or you may get like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Because that's what my friend, she was from Saudi Arabia, the one who escaped, her husband who was her uncle. And she's not Muslim anymore, but she was like telling me, if they ever find me, they're going to bring me back to my country and they're going to kill me in front of my family. That's what she said. And I was just like, bitch. Being gay in Russia will also get you in jail, no? I don't know now. Back then, I don't think you can go to jail for that. I think people are mainly fine with that, but it's just not as many gay people, and if there are, they are in the closet. That's how you say it? They closeted. They're not open. Now it's more open, of course. But me growing up, I didn't even know one person who was gay. Honestly, I never seen gay people before. But there were some. I just never get to be around them. Oh, it's the same with me and Khalifa. She got death threats and they signed a petition. Damn. I was hating on her the other day. No, not like that really, but... Yeah, like, you're not gonna disrespect, They're going hard for the respect. Maybe we should, like, go hard for our respect too sometimes, but not as what you call it? Not as hard, not as extreme. Why did you go to the USA instead of Europe? Good question. I always dreamed of traveling a lot, and I dreamed of one day living somewhere, Canada, Australia, or United States. But I was very strong on between Australia and United States because my mom have a best friend who lives in Australia. So it was like a good thing because I would have someone in there. But then I traveled to United States and it was really amazing, and I met my ex. And that's how I was like, okay, I guess I'm staying here. I like it here. Well, back then in Russia, the talks of the town was Canada is very a religious country, very Christian, very big Christian community, a lot of Russian Christians moving to Canada, which today does not sound. It does not sound like that at all. In America, I just liked the idea, I just was, as a kid growing up, we just started having MTV and all the American movies and, Black Eyed Peas and all this like music and hip hop and all this stuff. And like, I just, as a child, I was growing up on that, on all American shows and all that stuff. And I was just so like, wow, I want to live there one day. I never thought of Europe. I always thought like, okay, Europe is cool, like it's beautiful, but I don't know. I never considered it to live there. And I know some of my friends, my friend lives in Germany, they're not doing that well. And one of my friends tried to go to Spain a couple of years ago. She said it was terrible, it was dirty, and she came back home. She said she couldn't stand how dirty it was. By the way, her mom is Muslim. They are neighbors. But they are they're very nice, they're very clean. I think her daughter is not Muslim. I think she raised her to be Christian. I think it's like that. But she kept her Muslim traditions, something along those lines. Because she would always bring like that bread that they make for when somebody passed away, and she would always like do her traditions. She would like bring to all her neighbors. Spain is not. I don't know. I never been, but she said she lived there. She was dating a guy over there who was Ukrainian, and so she stayed there for maybe a year. But she said she's not making enough money. It's not enough, and she's very smart. She works in the bank in Russia. Like she has a very good position, and she's going over there, and she have like some low wage job, and she was like, it's dirty, it's not paying enough, it's not that nice. So she just came back. She was like, it's not a good alternative for me. I never thought it was dirty. Like I never heard anybody say that. Particularly about Spain. Maybe like other European countries, but not Spain. I don't know. I have no idea about Switzerland. My cousins on my daddy's side, they live in somewhere in Northern Europe. I don't remember exactly, but I'm not in contact with them, so it's not like I know anything about where they live. But I just know that they live there because they moved there from Georgia. But Georgians are Orthodox Christians, so it's different. I don't know, maybe it's Sweden, something along those lines, somewhere there. Yeah, I'm half Georgian, half Russian. I was baptized in Georgia. I was like never big on religion, you know, like my mom is very religious, very like, she's modern, but she's still religious, you know, like very religious, very believing in this kind of stuff. And I kind of was like, okay, whatever. Growing up, I was like, whatever, dude, you overdoing it, like you're doing too much. I thought to myself. But as I started growing older, you know, the religion is really start growing on me. And like, especially like, it's so controversial, but especially after I had an LSD trip. Because you would think like, you would dissolve the idea of like, Jesus Christ, and like you would dissolve the idea of this religion, you know, and you would think like, oh, all religions are the same, and and they all kind of preach the same thing, and you know, all those things, and you would be like, oh, I ascended to the higher fucking level of consciousness, and now there is some higher creator and stuff like that. But somehow, all of that, through many years, led me back to Christianity. Like I was doubting, I was not understanding the religion and stuff like this, and I was like very much like into meditating and all these things. I did it as an experiment. Because I want to know what all of this is. Like, I know you probably don't know me, like, yet, but as I will be doing more lives, you probably will understand more. But like I'm always trying to find answers to this life. Like what the fuck is going on? What is this? What is all this? And so, you know, I did my research, etc. And so I did it, and I like realized a lot of shit. I feel like it was worth like 10 or 15 years of my life was just combined in this 12-hour trip. So the knowledge I could gain throughout all these years, I just could get it way faster. That was crazy. And so then I went through like many years of unpacking all that shit, because it's a lot. It's a lot, and you don't remember half the shit, and then some shit comes back to you and you remember something, and then when you're over there in that state, you think different. But when you come back here, I'm saying here because it definitely feels like a different place. When you come back here, you're thinking about those same things in a different way, like from this perspective. And so it takes some time to unpack and to understand what the fuck did you just gain, like all that knowledge. And it's a really dangerous path. It could be very dangerous because it could lead you, like if you're not careful enough, it can lead you to like, I believe that's how cult leaders become cult leaders. It can lead you, it can, if you're not very strong-willed, it can lead you to places where you would not want to be, because you will think like nothing matters because none of this shit is real, and you'll just be like in some cult, or you would be like in some other shit, or yeah, that's true. I mean, some people have like bad trips too, like that's fucked up. I had one bad trip. But actually now that I'm unpacking it, I realized that it wasn't a bad trip. It just was facing myself and like facing my everything that I don't like about myself, just facing it like face to face. That's really what it was. Yeah. You only have one bad trip. No, it's not true. It's not like it will be bad for you if you have mental issues. If you have mental issues, you should not be doing this. And I know my neighbor. I was not friends with him, but I know my neighbor. His mom had mental issues. And he was okay kid. He was a great kid. He was taking care of his little sister, and he was working very young, very hard working. He did drugs one time. He lost his fucking noodles, bro. He lost his motherfucking noodles. He becomes schizophrenic because it triggered it. And maybe if he never done that, it wouldn't trigger. But because it runs in his family, yeah. My mom still calls me to this day. He may be like 5 years older than me. My mom still calls me to this day, and she be like, she lives on the first floor. And the first floor in Russia, like if you're standing outside of the building, it would be like, no, it's probably like over here. Like if you're looking outside the window, you can see like the head standing. And she'd be like, oh my God, he's standing under the window. Or he like peeing under the window. Because he would be outside in the negative, like below 25. It's freezing cold. He would be in his underwear. No shirt, no shoes, just underwear. He'd just be walking around. Yeah, but that's because he was already like, it was already running in him. So it's like activated it. It blew the lid off. If you want to say it like that. Like I always say, like, bro, if you know that your family members have something or whatever, like the first time you taking it, you better be thinking like it could be my last day. Because that's how tragic it could be. Like if you're doing it for the first time, you might as well be okay with the idea that you may never be the same. But I was at the point of my life where I had more questions than answers, and I needed to understand something, and so I did. I'm very much into self-development, and especially at that time I was like going very hard on it, very hard on self-development. I was like psychology, reading books, like all kinds of shit. I'm meditating, I'm like just breaking down my thoughts, thinking about my thoughts, just writing down journals. I was just like going hard. I just was trying to advance myself to be like a better person and to be smarter about, you know, life and making decisions and my business. I remember you from back then. You were back in a weird place. Made no sense. I mean, I don't know if I was whack. I can't talk about myself like that. But I was in a relationship with a man who was abusive. And I was in a domestic violence shelter. So, and I had a good life before. I was traveling the world. I was perfectly fine. I had everything I wanted, everything I needed. Then I came over here and this bad situation happened to me, and I made it from there. I'm fine now. The camera keeps focusing and unfocusing. This is concerning. Same happened to my friend. Yeah, he'll be sitting outside on a bench right under the windows where I live. And he would just sit down and talk all night long to somebody. And he would be laughing. He would be laughing his ass off. If you want to use the bathroom, he's going to go right there under my window. And he's going to use the bathroom right there. And ain't nobody can say nothing to him. And like one time, he ran outside with no underwear, nothing. And that's when the people are like, okay, now we had enough. All the neighbors are like, we had enough, bitch. We got to do something about it. So they called the place and they took him to the hospital and they treated him and they gave him meds and he was okay for a short period of time. And then it happened again and then he never went back. It's crazy. But yeah, going back to he's medicated and institutionalized now. Basically his brain is fried. Yeah, I guess it's a very sad case. He was a very nice guy. He wasn't like one of them guys who just want to hang out and drink, but he did do it. He did do drugs one time, and that was enough. Because his mom was crazy, so he had to take care. He had an older sister, who was a classmate of my cousin, by the way, at some point. But then he had a younger sister and he had to take care of her because mom wasn't able to. And then his older sister eventually became like that too. But his mom wasn't crazy all the time. She just started being crazy when she was getting older. Isn't that crazy? And she had 3 kids and they all crazy too. You don't think like, okay, something is wrong with me. I'm not gonna have any more kids because I don't want them to suffer like that. I don't know. I mean, shit, people in Russia just be having kids, just to have kids. It would be like, okay, it's so crazy that kids are being neglected like so crazy in Russia. I know so many people, even from my neighborhood, who having like hella kids and they alcoholics. And they would have the most kids. Like my mom just had me. And then I would have a neighbor, like my classmate that's going to school with me, and she would have like 4 other siblings, and she would come to school, smell like smoke and alcohol, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are y'all doing? Isn't alcoholism rampant in Russia? I don't know the numbers wise, but like I witnessed a lot of people who are alcoholics. But you know, maybe here, maybe it would be the same, they're just not homeless. You would see like homeless people, alcoholics, you know. But like in Russia, you don't really have to be homeless because you have somewhere to stay. You don't have to pay for it because it's given to you or you had it before. So like the living situation is normal. So like people who have everything, they'll be alcoholics too, and they don't do nothing. They're just sitting out there on the bench and just drinking all day long. A lot of women alcoholics, especially in my neighborhood. So scary. Because my mom was a hairdresser, so she would cut like everybody's hair in the neighborhood. Everybody would come to her. So I know a lot of people. A lot. I mean, like everybody. And the neighborhood is big. It's not like neighborhood, it's like an area. It's like Broward area. This is like our area where we live. It's big too. And it's like, geez, the stories people saying, like when you get hallucinations from drinking, people would tell stories. Oh my God. Well, shit, we had the alcoholic stories. I probably got the most of them because it's just crazy. We had this neighbor and she was drinking. She was an old lady and her daughter was my mom age. So imagine like my grandma and my mom. But it's like old lady with her daughter just drinking every day. They drinking, they can't even walk, bro. Never. I like lived there for like 20 years of my life. I ain't never seen them walk. But downstairs and ask my grandma for 20 rubles. Like $20, whatever. Give me a dub, you know? Like you never see them walk unless they come in the bag for money to buy more alcohol. That's how bad it was. If they were living over here, they would be homeless. But because nobody can really take your spot in Russia, people just be alcoholics in their house. And then you living next to normal people, then imagine that's your neighbor. And then our neighbors who lived under the alcoholics, they suffer forever and ever every day because they live so dirty upstairs. They got roaches and rats. So all the roaches and rats go to her house, to the lady downstairs who's super nice and clean. And so she just fight with them all fucking day long. She have insurance back and forth, paying for shit, leaks. Because they just over there drinking, they ain't even cleaning or nothing. Is that crazy? I mean, just living in Russia, like I can make a whole show based on the characters who live only in my unit. Unit would be in my building, it's like 13 units. One unit is 5 floors, 5 stairs, and it would be like 3 apartments on each floor. So 3 times 5, 15. 15 families live in a unit. It's not, it's like, it's 15 different flats. Okay? 15 different families, bro. Every one of them motherfuckers got something going on. It ain't no way you can't get rid of them. And you can't get rid of them. It would be something every day. It's crazy. Now that I'm just thinking about it, it's just so crazy living in Russia. Like, and my mom don't want to move here, and I keep telling her like, bro, you gotta learn English, bro. She don't want to learn English. I'm like, you better off over here. Like, why do you want to be over there? Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's not that bad over there, but like, It's clean though. It's very clean. Like, yeah, I don't mind going back. Cause like I work online, so I can work from anywhere. Well, now I can't because they have like, they block all the social media in Russia. That's the only thing that would like really stop me. Why does it keep... But it's really nice and clean. Like the city looks nice. The city is very, very clean. It's not really homeless people outside like that. Like I just said before, you know, even if you're drinking and you're alcoholic, you still got a spot. So it ain't like you're gonna be outside bothering people. What's your opinion on Putin's presidency? I don't know, because I don't live there for 10 years. I don't know really what's going on there, besides like from what my mom's saying, like they bombed a central thing where the gas is being spread to different parts of the city and different gas stations. I don't know what's it called. But they blew the thing up, and so they're having a problem with gas now. They like getting gas, but it's not as available as it was before, I guess. And it will take them like many years to rebuild it. That's what I heard. I hear Moscow is really safe now. Yeah, I mean, you know, outside of the war thing, it's pretty safe. Like, if you're just a regular person, it's pretty safe. You know, there's like criminal activities like mafia, like how I said, in our neighborhood, there's like mafia who sell drugs and stuff like that, and they would do like a lot of crime and murder and stuff, especially in the 90s. It was very bad. People were just disappearing. But I don't know. I was a baby in the 90s, so I don't really know how it was, but that's what I heard. I'm alive. Not to say that I haven't gotten in any situations that could go wrong. Really fucked up situations, yes. But am I alive? I am. I made it. Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, I don't want to say like Mexican cartel, but it's kind of like along those lines. Like in the 90s, it was like the mafia, and the time when USSR was falling apart, and USSR was over, and it was Russian Federation, and a lot of things were changing in the government and the laws, and people were privatizing. People were privatizing a lot of things, like businesses. They would just come and just take it from you, just threaten you, just take it from you, and it doesn't matter if it was yours anymore, because the new laws and regulations and stuff like that, and a lot of mafia at that time were taking businesses and doing a lot of criminal activities. Very wild times. I was gonna go there, but got strongly recommended not to. No, I mean, it's like, it's really, really safe if you're just going as a tourist. Like, you're not going to the outside of the city or outskirts of the town. You know? Now it's probably like, last time I was there 4 years ago, it's not 90s any longer, and it's probably more safe than here, I would want to say. I do feel more secure here because I can carry on me at any time, but over there you can't. So whatever happens, happens. Shit, you got no chances. The clubs, they scam and rob you. I don't know. I've been to plenty of places. What I do know though, because it's a big city, like imagine New York, it has subway. So of course all the people, what are they called? People who like get in your pocket. I see you. I forgot, like the people who like rob you while you're on the subway and stuff. You know, I always would be cautious because of that. But the subway is nicer than in New York for sure. It's not as creepy because like when I was in New York, it was I spent a lot of time on the subway because, you know, obviously free, right? Not free, but, you know, almost free. Very creepy, like creepy people, creepy areas, just strange people doing strange things. You will see less of that. You will see less of that in Moscow. You will see just a lot of people rushing to work, basically. And everybody who is creepy, basically they're at their house chilling because they got the house, so they can just be creepy over there in their own house. I think the subway is the low point of every city except Japan. No, I will not agree. You know why? Because Moscow is so busy, and if you want to take a car anywhere, you ain't getting there on time. From one side of Moscow to the other side, it may take you 5-6 hours. Just from like the outskirts to the downtown. So everybody, like, okay, I used to date this guy, and his dad had big business downtown Moscow. He's driving the nicest BMW at the time, straight from Germany. They're rich. They're doing very, very good. He never took his car to work. He is on the subway because it's the fastest way to get where you need to be. So on the subway, it's not going to be the lowest of the low. As I mentioned before, the lowest of the low don't have to be on the subway because they have houses, so they don't have to be homeless and ride on the subway. So you will not see a lot of homeless and weird people because they will be just at the house. So everybody you will see, it would be people going to work, and a lot of them could be rich people, could be regular people, and just people who is preying on people with money to steal, whatever. Yeah, I mean, Switzerland probably nicer. If I could take like a rough guess, I would say it's probably nicer than anywhere else. Because their country look like a fucking... No, I never been there. Like their country look like... What do I want to sell? What do I want to say? It looks like an Excel spreadsheet. Like it looks super organized. Super organized and clean and just... I don't know, at least on the pictures. Well, I saw their jail. It was like a documentary. I was in Russia. It was like a documentary on a jail. I think it was Switzerland. I'm not gonna lie. It was like the nicest jail in the world. Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I like the landscape, like the mounty, the mounty fields, and like the waterfalls and stuff. It's probably on my like top 5 countries to visit. Google Kinderstag. What's that? Is that the area? Oh shit. Oh, it's so nice, I wanna cry. Yeah, that's very nice. Kinder is located along the valley of the river Kander, west of the Jungfrau. Sounds French. Massive. It's noted for its spectacular mountain scenery and... Yeah. I live 20 minutes from there. No, you fucking kidding me. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I hike almost every weekend there. Bro, no, what the fuck? You joking. I don't know one person who live like this, who live near this. To me, it's almost like unreal. Like, who lives over there? It's probably nobody live over there. Okay, so, can we see, like, pics? Yeah, I love mountains. That's why I was thinking to move to North Carolina. Because I like the idea that in North Carolina, you can drive to the mountains or you can drive to the beach. Like, you live in a state where you can get... Like, this is very important to me. Like, the visual appeal of things matter to me, like, nature-wise. That's why I don't really like Florida, because it's nothing but the beach, which I appreciate the beach, but I don't get to go there like all the time because different story. But it's very cool when you can go to the mountains. You can like drive 2 hours and be in the mountains, or you can drive and be at the beach if you want to. And that's why if I ever to consider the move, I would move to North Carolina. Now they have mountains like this with the lake. Probably in California they do. Like what, Lake Tahoe? Yeah, like Lake Tahoe is also nice. No point living in Florida if you don't have a boat. I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah, like living in Florida is it's like if you ain't doing the activities of Florida, it's almost pointless, for real. Because we're not really like the beach family. Like when we have opportunity to go swimming, we go to the pool. Not that we don't like the beach, but it's just like the beach is always windy and it's always sandy and it's dirty. It's like for us it's easier to go to the pool. But yeah, it's probably nice when you have a boat and you can just like take a boat and just do other shit. But here, we live here like city people at the beach, but we don't really use the beach. Like that's why we always like, we try to move before we moved to Arizona, because Arizona feels like our kind of lifestyle, because we did a lot of hiking, we went to the mountains a lot, you know, like we did a lot of nature stuff over there and we really liked it over there. But we had to come back over here. What should I do, you guys? I have something wrong with the camera that it keeps zooming in and out, and I don't know what's the problem is. I'm convinced something is wrong with it. Turn the autofocus off. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But then you I'm just casually having my Cartier thing here. Anyway, I should hide it. I'm concerned that if I do that, then it would be set to, because I never did this, I always did the autofocus. Then I will be in focus, it would be only focused on like one length, and then if I move in and out, I will be out of focus, right? That's what I don't want happening. I don't know. I tried to like troubleshoot it with Grok, and because I thought the real problem was if you stay 99 in position, it's not that bad. I thought the real problem is that it has specks of dust. And I think that's what's confusing the camera. But Grok said it's not. Matter of fact, I don't know what Grok said. Grok did not come with the decent answer. But no, I'm planning on moving. Like, I'm planning on being over here. And like, I'm planning on like doing push-ups and stuff. And like being over here and like doing different things. I'm trying to reorganize my room so that I have more space here. I know, yeah, maybe you maybe don't see it, but like when I'm looking at it, like I can see little dust specks that's inside under the lens. I try to blow on it. I try to blow on the inside of it, but it didn't do nothing. Maybe because it's not like in the vicinity of like, maybe it's not in the center because it's like to the side, like the specks. Oh yeah, probably it's not picking up by well, I gotta get off, you guys. I have been streaming for 3 hours. Ooh, I was supposed to do 2. Well, it was a great live. I got my first sub, which I'm very happy about. I feel like it's a milestone. I'm gonna go celebrate with some tea. Great conversation, great people. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.